Okay, hello folks, welcome. So today's video, I want to focus on a number of things you can do in this whole sort of crisis with the whole shutdown. So I'm going to start us off here at FEMA.gov. So this is sort of the emergency management branch of the US government. And so they've basically got a bunch of stuff. This is like a great place to start if you don't know where to start. So they like basically, they have like, lists of, this is basically your go-to place. I mean, you can click navigation and then it's got a whole bunch of stuff in here. It's a little confusing just to go through the site, but again, it's a government website and it's got like everything on it. So let's go here. COVID-19, disaster declarations, fact sheet guidance, news releases, more coronavirus stuff down here. So what you can do also is if you're trying to apply for but basically, if you're trying to apply for any government benefits, I would go through this website, FEMA.gov, because there's a ton of scams out there, and you won't get scammed if you go through FEMA.gov. But if you search for FEMA.gov on Google or on Bing or Yahoo or whichever search engine you use, you might end up on a website like fema.gov.scam. And, it's really hard for most people to differentiate scams from real websites because scammers, that's their job, that they do that for a living. And so, yeah, I would definitely I would type in fema.gov in the search bar up here. So that's basically the main thing I'm suggesting here. So next up, I want to go on, mention 2020 census is here. If you don't want census workers knocking on your front door, go to 2020census.gov and respond to the census here. And yeah, it's like kind of encouraging social distancing if you do this sort of stuff online. Next up, AdGuard. So as you notice, I've got AdGuard ad blocker up here. So one of the nice things about AdGuard is that you can it kind of by default allows sort of kind of non-annoying advertisements and stuff. But what you're actually using AdGuard for is you want to make sure that phishing and malware protection is turned on. And so that's basically going to help prevent you from getting scammed. And this is like one of the things that I would say is very important, especially now. And then finally, I do want to touch on something interesting. So there's actually a website, consumerlab.com. I find this website extremely useful for a bunch of stuff. Like they've got product tests on a whole ton of different things, from common kitchen spices to supplements and vitamins and stuff. But they got this really interesting article on natural remedies and supplements for coronavirus. And, this is just a brief summary of what's going on. And so there's a lot of things which probably won't help, and then other things which might actually be harmful, such as, for instance, colloidal silver, various other stuff. Again, you will be prevented from kind of bumping into this sort of stuff, at least to a certain extent by the AdGuard settings. But also on YouTube itself, if you search for, just anything random about, coronavirus, you will get like a little sort of thing on the side that pops up that you can click on, and it's sponsored by Google, and it will explain a little bit more about coronavirus and the resources that are available to you. So I'm going to just go back here to FEMA. So that FEMA's role in the response. So it is sort of nationwide thing. So how to get help. So if you lost your job, so states have various programs and stuff. So what you would want to do is, so let's just go with California. So for California, I'm going to just open up new web browser and type California. Oh, that was for one of my previous videos a while ago. There's an interesting kind of mammal called nutria, which is kind of invading the U.S. They basically look like humongous rats. But anyways, so we're going with California job aid, I guess. Or what would it be for? Unemployment. Yeah. California unemployment. So interestingly, you can also get unemployment if you are a contractor, which is really cool. That was just recently announced. So, there's lots of different ways to do this online. One thing I would suggest is, if you find this a bit confusing, just go by your local unemployment agency or the government run one, and there will be social workers there who can kind of walk you through this. They make it a lot more simple. It gets kind of complicated online and stuff. But again, it's up to you. Anyways, folks, I gotta get going. I hope you learned something useful from this video. Make sure to slap a like on this video, subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.